So a couple tricks that can help your recordings be successful. 1, think about your message. So we want to keep it short and sweet. Okay, what is most important for your students to know? What is the message you want to share with your students? Whether it's a mini lecture that you want to do before your class next week, or it's some announcements you want to share with the students at your campus through student services, or maybe it's a little preview of kind of what's coming up in your department you can send out to your colleagues. Okay, what is your message? And think about what's the most important thing that your students or colleagues or whoever needs to know. The second thing is create an outline. So the same way we would do a presentation or the same way we would write a speech or an essay, right? We want to have an outline that really focuses on the key findings, the key things we want to look at. And it also is going to start out with a preview or an introduction and end with a recap or a conclusion. The big reason we want to have an outline is that it can really help us build confidence to kind of stay on script, or if we go off script, come back. What are the main things the students need to know? And is there a certain order for them? The third thing to remember is to keep it short and sweet. So most students are going to lose interest after the first few minutes, and that's not just students, that's us as human beings. A lot of times we're really interested initially, then after a couple minutes we may kind of just lose a little bit of interest. But if we can keep those videos short, we're going to have students that are more excited to look at that material, or they can watch the first video, take a break, and then come into the second one. So instead of doing that 15-minute long video, think about how you can break it up into a couple shorter videos. Maybe you can do three to 5 minute videos, right? Fourth thing, embrace mistakes. So do not worry if you have a little stray hair or a wrinkle on your shirt, or if you don't say the words perfectly. Maybe you say like, or have a little catchphrase. That's totally fine. Most people are not going to notice this. You may, but I promise you most people aren't even going to bat their eyes at it. And most people, it's not a big deal, so just brush it off. Number 5, you are the only you. Students care about authenticity and passion more than they do about sounding cool or smart. So rather than trying to sound like you know everything and above and beyond in your discipline, don't worry about that. Mostly people care that you are passionate about what you do and you care about their learning. So focus on those strengths for you as an individual. Number 6 is to get excited. We want you to be excited about the topic because your enthusiasm is going to help the students feel enthusiastic. Okay? Even if you are not feeling 100% confident, fake it until you make it, because this is a really great way to get excited yourself. And it can be really fun to do these recordings and a really great tool that students respond to really well. And then the very last one is use platforms that work for you. So something that may work well for me may not work well for another instructor. This is really up to the user, and it's most important that you feel comfortable with those tools and they're doing what you need them to do. So this is our overall list of 7 things to do when you are recording, our tips and tricks. 1, to think about your message. Keep it short and sweet. 2, create an outline. Okay, making sure you're starting with an intro, key points, and a conclusion. And then 3, which is kind of hinted at in 1, but keep it short and sweet to 3 to 5 minutes is best. 4, embrace your mistakes. Don't worry about making it perfect. 5, be authentic. Showcase who you are rather than who you think the students want you to be. 6, be excited about what you're sharing because this is your topic, this is your area of expertise. And then 7, use the platforms that work for you. So of all of these things on here, of course, platforms are important, but it's not necessarily the most important. And I will print this out and get this handy for everybody.